I just won $350,000 by spending 100 days in a MrBeast video, and I'm about to tell you guys about it. I got a call one day while I was working about doing this challenge. Obviously said yes. I've always wanted to do one of these challenges. I watch the videos all the time, so it's super cool that I had the opportunity to do it. And about 2 weeks later, I got flown out. Once I flew in, I did a medical evaluation, a physical evaluation, and once the test came back, I was ready to go. Then I was on set, getting introduced to the game and the bunker, and then it became my home for 100 days. It was really weird. I was trying to figure everything out, what was in there, what food I had, because I didn't know if I was gonna be able to keep the food. And one of the first things that I started to do down there was just work out. I really like working out. A lot of my time got spent doing that, and it became one of the most iconic things on my schedule. I also love reading down there. I know that was one of the things that Rain and I had in common. We both like reading. I started to learn how to take care of the plants, and then that all changed because day 10, Jimmy came down and just changed the whole experience. Now our money could just light on fire. I honestly didn't think that he was being serious about the money burning until I looked inside the cache and I could see the actual burners in there. And that's when it hit me. I was like, he's actually just gonna burn all this money if we don't do it in time. So throughout the video, they came in and offered us challenges for more money. Obviously, me being me, super competitive, I wanted to say yes to everything. Thank God Rain was in there because she kind of calmed me down. She made it logical and was letting me know that hey, we probably shouldn't do this because we might lose. And to her credit, genius, we said yes to every challenge we could actually do and said no to the ones we couldn't. A lot of it was kind of just mental. Some of the challenges were definitely more mental than physical, like the 3 alarms a day. Obviously, we could have gotten it done. We were doing it once a day. 2 more times wouldn't have hurt. But to Rain's credit, she was letting me know hey, this is gonna make our days longer. So we ended up not taking that challenge just because of comfortability. You're living down there already just kind of away from everything. You don't wanna make it worse than it kind of already is for your mental state. Going into the bunker, the hardest thing I thought I was gonna have to deal with was boredom, but it turned out being FOMO. Just not being able to go to all these concerts with my friends that we had planned over the spring and summer. So getting over that down there took kind of a toll on me emotionally. Another thing that took a toll on me was I did feel like I was responsible for a lot of the cleaning, the cooking, and the maintenance that involved the fish and our plants. By day 40, it kind of all came to a head. I was struggling with it all, and I thought about leaving, but that's when Rain kind of brought it up, and I finally let her know that it's stuck doing all that. And she started to help a lot around there, but obviously not enough. And then by day 70, I just realized we've got to be a team. I'm gonna just do as much of it as I can. She can help whenever she wants. We've got to win together, so a couple extra chores never really hurt my feelings that bad. The last challenge, the hardest one by far, was just 60 seconds for the last 10 days. Luckily by then, Rain and I were very locked in with the challenges. We weren't gonna lose within the last 10 days because we had already spent 90% of our time already. So we just realized we need to condense the bunker. We need to just live right by the hand scanner. So that's what we did. The first day we went sicko mode and got it within 2 seconds, and that kind of set us up the rest of the challenge to have a little bit more leeway, but we didn't really want to take it easy because we didn't want to lose. So after that, we just made dinner, made breakfast, made lunch right by the scanners. And after those first few alarms, we knew we had it pretty locked in. So once day 100 came, that last hand scanner, that moment was just so crazy, just realizing we can't lose anymore, scanning my hand and getting to climb up that ladder. I don't think there's anybody in the world that wanted to leave that bunker as fast as I did. I was so ready to get out of there, and being able to see my best friends out there all congratulating me and seeing the sun and the confetti and then all that money, it was just something I'm never gonna forget. So instead of only just talking about my experiences in the bunker, I wanted to go ahead and just guess some of the questions that you guys were gonna ask me before everybody just spams my social media with questions. Question number 1, did we fall in love? No, we did not. Rain has a boyfriend. His name's Andres. Great guy. They were dating while in the bunker. Still are dating. She told me about him while I was in there. Cool dude, but no, we're not dating. Just friends. The next question that I think you guys are gonna ask me a bunch is what was the worst part about being in the bunker? And to be honest with you, It was the fact that I just didn't know anything about sports. Like, to put it in perspective, luckily the last sporting event I saw before I went in the bunker was the Super Bowl that happened the week before. So at least it went out with a bang, but I had no idea what was going on with the MLB offseason. Don't know how any of the UFC events went. I didn't know if Jake Paul was winning his fights, and I wasn't able to see Ohtani's debut with the Dodgers, which really sucked. That was by far the hardest part, is just not seeing any sports. It was just detrimental to my mental health. The next question that I'm gonna get a bunch is, did we ever fight? Honestly, not really. There was some arguments that we had, and we'd go a couple days without like talking to each other, but that's normal when you're locked inside of basically a tunnel with somebody. I could have been locked in there with my best friends and I still would have done the same thing, had a couple of arguments, but it was never bad. Next question, did I ever leave the bunker? No, I really wish I could, but there were eyes on us 24/7, and it was actually really funny. Whenever I'd walk through the bunker, all the cameras would literally just pan right to me. So everybody knew where I was 24/7 if I tried to leave. I wish I could have, but I couldn't. Another question I'm gonna get a bunch is, would I do it again? Honestly, it was fun, really cool experience. I'm really thankful I got to do it because there's not a point in my life where I'm gonna be able to make $350,000 in just 100 days. So that was sick, but 100 days is a long time to be away from my friends, my family, and my dog, and sports. So I'd probably have to end up passing, but if Jimmy wanted to offer me $1 million, maybe two, I'd run it back for sure. Another one is, what was it like spending 50 hours with Ryan Trahan? And that was honestly such a fun moment. He came down there, it was super cool because I've watched his videos before. It was just super fun. He actually taught me how to play chess down there, which was sick. I still play to this day, and it was like having another friend down there, being able to talk to someone new. It was super cool because it honestly just lifted the vibes down there. It was never like a dull moment, those 50 hours he spent down there. He got me informed with all the sports news that he knew, so it was pretty cool. It was like my own little social media guy into one. And the most important question, obviously, is what I'm spending the money on. So kind of like to lead you into it, the day the money hit my account was gnarly. My like heart was racing, seeing all that money in my account. Never had all that in there before, so that was pretty sick. And luckily it gave me the chance to buy my dream car, which was a Tesla Model 3. I was able to pay that off, which was super sick to do. Obviously, you guys know I have a bunch of tattoos, so I got a lot more. I've gotten 10 since I've been out of the bunker, so I'm probably gonna blow a lot more money on that. Really important to me, I was able to buy my mom a car, so that was really cool to do, to be able to pay her back for all that she's done for me growing up. And finally, one of the things I was able to do with the money that I'm really proud about is helping out my two best friends, Matt and Jovi, who really mean a lot to me. They've helped me become who I am, and I consider them family now. I was able to give them some money, which they're probably gonna spend on a down payment for a house, maybe a car, but that just kind of meant the world to me to be able to pay them back for their friendship, because we've been friends for going on 10 years now. Being able to pay them back and help them kickstart their own life is something that means a bunch to me. So really happy I'm able to do that, and the rest of it's just gonna get saved and invested. And to end things, obviously I'm a big Tim Tebow fan, so I've got a Tebow for the end of the video. Like and subscribe, and if you guys have more questions, I might do another one of these, and who knows, I might just call Rain, throw her in it too, so let me know.